I'm in Goa, and which is why it's rather apt that I'm in the Brazilian football colors, but they would be apt back home in Kolkata as well. I've been getting a lot of questions about traveling from Mumbai to Goa during the pandemic and traveling in general. So I thought I'll do a short video and address it there. So first of all, why Goa? Well, we've been home for 10 months and largely home. So one wanted a break. So the idea was to take a little vacation. And there could be different things which work for different people, the rivers, the mountains, the backwaters. For me, it has always been the sea. And it was also my birthday. And this is probably the 9th, 10th, or maybe the 11th time in all these years that I've come to Goa on my birthday. So now let's take things one by one. Let's take the airport and the travel first. So we came from Mumbai. The Mumbai airport gets crowded at spots. So it's crowded when you're at the security checkup. It's crowded when you're checking in, and it's crowded when you're getting onto the flight. Now, what we did was we took one of the slightly higher priced seats in our case, Spice Max. So you might want to invest in that, because in which case the queue might get a bit shorter and so on. And once you're in the plane, in case whether you're wondering if you to wear a PP suit or a mask and so on, well, it's not compulsory to wear a PP suit. That's up to you. But definitely wear a mask, and at all points. When you're in your car or cab, when you're in the airport, in the plane, we saw a lot of people not wearing masks or masks below the nose. That's not on. Wear it on. Only time perhaps when you're having a snack, but maybe eat up quickly. Don't have a long snack. You don't have to wear PP suits in the flight. They also give you a visor along with your mask. Some people wearing it, some were not. It's really up to you. When you land at Goa airport, there are regular cabs, or you can get a hotel to send a cab. It's really up to you. In terms of the hotels, well, it really depends on what sort of traveler you are. So first there is North Goa and there's South Goa. North Goa is always more crowded. That's where we used to hang when we were younger. But a lot of things have explored and opened up in the South as well. So a lot of younger folks come to the South as well nowadays. And so we chose a hotel in South Goa. The entire idea of coming to Goa for me was the sea, and I wasn't too sure whether we'd go out much from the hotel, unlike in our earlier trips. So I chose a hotel by the sea, and also where we'd get a sea view room. So the thing is that in season you'll have to pay top dollar, and so a lot of hotels didn't have sea view rooms. So it's really up to you. Our way of looking at it was that 10 months we've not gone anywhere, we've not spent on any vacation. We try to put in the best in the room. It's really up to you. We stayed at the Taj Exotica, the South Goa. They've got a fair amount of sea view rooms over there, and I think that met our expectations. So that's one bit as far as the hotel is concerned. Or you can choose hotels which are near the sea, and also there are a lot of things which are now opening up in other parts of Goa as well, which are inlands or near the river or near the hills. So if you do your research, you'll find that out. Now, as far as food is concerned, when we came here, the idea was not to go out too much. Unlike in the past, so we actually went in with a meals included package, and the hotels offer that. Now, the thing to keep in mind is that if you're someone like me who wants local food, then you might not always get that in the meals included packages in the hotels. If on the other hand you're vegetarian and you like North Indian food, the South Indian food, and you're wondering how it'll be, you'll be treated like a god, because all hotel buffets have lots of vegetarian options, and from all over India and international, Asian, European, pasta, pizza, everything. Goan might be a bit tough. There are some hotels which offer specialized Goan food in that. And one tip here is that make friends with the chef, and if you go and say that you want to try, they will make efforts. I think that they might sometimes do that. But now comes the question of whether to go out. Now, when we came to Goa, the idea was that we were not going to go out, but we did decide to go out in search of some local foods, and it was we had to get over some initial apprehensions, but once we did, I think you mask up, wear a good quality mask. If you get into a cab, the cabbies are wearing masks. If they're not, you can ask them to wear it. And in the restaurants, like, the staff is wearing masks in most cases. Often the diners are not. So maybe keep your mask on till your food comes. Try not to be too close to people. In which case the question comes that are the restaurants crowded? Well, some of the popular ones like Martin's Corner or Fisherman's Wharf, or this time we discovered Cavatina, and you must go there, Cavatina, near the Taj Goa, which is run by Chef Avinash Martins. Lovely stuff over there. So the popular places or the new emerging ones can get crowded, but there are lots and lots of places which are running really empty. So it's up to you again what you want to choose. And as far as travel is concerned, two tips. One is that cabs in Goa are very expensive, and they'll always take it as a round trip. And but you can use the Goa Miles app, which we've been doing over our last few trips. It's not always easy to get a cab there. They might not allow those cabs to come into the hotel, and the internet signal is not always good across Goa. So if you're going to go to a place, especially at night, where you're not too sure of the internet, you might be better off spending more money and taking a local cab. But otherwise, check for deals. Where to eat? Well, if you're in South Goa, then the ever dependable place is Martins. People might say it's touristy, but we like the food and we are tourists. And Cavatina by Chef Avinash Martins is also a good place. If you're staying at the Exotica, I think the breakfast is pretty good. You can ask for some nice eggs Benedict, eggs royal, bone sausage, lovely croissants and dosas. And if you might want to sort of go in for a special dinner, the Lobster Grill has some lovely grills over there by the sea. And if you're in the north, then our equivalent for Martins would be Infanteria. I think the standards have still been good, and you get some good Goan food over there, dependable, easy to find at Kalangut. And then the place which we went to a few years back, which is Pusada by the beach, near the Kalangut beach, and that's again really wonderful, run by a father-son duo. And it's on the beach. It looks like a shack, but they're doing some really good quality Goan food. How is Goa airport? How was Mumbai when we landed? No idea. I'm still speaking to you from our balcony at the Taj Exotica, but you can also check the ground floor sea view rooms as well. So what I'm going to do is that when I get back, in the comments and in the titles over here, legend, I'm going to tell you a bit about how the return was. So I hope this helps you a bit in terms of planning your trip to Goa or to anywhere. It's been a tough 10 months staying home, I know, but I think the reason why we are in a situation and perhaps better off than some other countries is because we've kept all precautions. I think the hospitality industry, the travel industry is doing their best. I think as guests and travelers, it's also a bit of our responsibility to be conscious, but perhaps not get that cowed down. But having said that, to ease their own. Like I said, when you came in here, we were very timid. We felt a bit braver. It's really up to you. But if you go on a trip, then have a good one, have a happy one, have a safe one. We are home now, and I just thought I'll do a little appendix to the Goa video rather than just putting it in comments. How was the trip back? Actually, Goa airport, probably because it's less busy, was not as crowded as Mumbai was when it came to the check-in and the boarding pass and all that. Though the waiting area was crowded, and I also wanted to speak to you about what happened when we landed in Mumbai, because one had to do a COVID test, and a lot of people have asked me about that. So there are two ways you can do it. So there's certain places like Goa and I believe some other places where when you come into Mumbai you have to have a COVID clearance test. So you either get it done before you come to Mumbai, and I think there's a 3-day window. We chose to do it at the Mumbai airport, but it was quite a hassle-free one. So we landed on a Tuesday at about 8 in the evening, and when you get off the plane and you just enter the you enter the airport, they ask you whether you have the certificate or you don't. So we didn't, and you went into one track, and over there were quite a few counters, and you go and register, and there were 3 or 4 clinics who are doing the test, and it's quite seamless. You walk down and you go to the counters and you show your Aadhaar card, PAN card or whatever, and pay up. It was 850 rupees per person, so 1700 for 2 of us. And they filled the form and everything very quickly. They took our email ID and mobile phone, and then there are these little sort of cubicles next to it, and we went in and they did the nose swab and the throat swab. This is the first time I did a COVID test. I was a bit anxious, but it went off quite smoothly. We went home, and then in about I would say 8 hours or something, next morning at about 8 o'clock or something, my SMS beeped and an email came from the clinic, which was Suburban, and thankfully both Kainas and I were clear. And in case some of you were wondering whether we had to stay in the airport for those 8 hours, no, we didn't have to. That was little Nimki who wants to come into the video. So I believe that if they detect you for COVID, sometimes it goes for retesting and takes longer. But if you're clear, then about 6 to 8 hours, it comes pretty seamlessly. And in retrospect, it was sort of good because then one sort of felt assured that all was clear. So this is everything about going to Goa and coming back to Mumbai. Hope you find it useful.